At the end of the day, I think realtors just want to focus on the business of real estate. They want tech to work for them. They don't want to work at tech. He's doing videos consistently, and now he's got this huge influence online. Next thing you know, he does 6 deals straight from his social media. There's so many people like my mom that don't want to do the tech, but they love real estate. But if they don't leverage the tech, they miss out on all the opportunity that's there.
What's going on, world? This your girl, Marky Lemons-Ryhal, and this is to kick off the new year, right? All these wonderful tools and resources. And right now, we're seeing a lot of movement in the world of real estate, but we got some ride or dies, some true to the core who have been around for years. And my boy, Alex Montalenti, I said, let me make sure I get it correct, right? With Instacart, who actually presented at the IOI Summit, who now has yet another resource to help real estate professionals be more productive with his new tool, Influencer. What's going on, Alex?
I'm doing amazing. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So we see a lot going on in the world of real estate. You are in prop tech. You're always tapping into the pulse of the real estate professional to understand the resources that we need. And then artificial intelligence became public knowledge. There were some people already leveraging it in different automations. Heck, you were already leveraging it, right? In different automations. But tell us about Influencer and what can it do for the real estate professional?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the biggest issue in the industry is we're so overwhelmed with technology. It's like we're being sold this shiny object and this technology and that technology. If you go to a trade show for real estate, you walk down the halls of the exhibit hall, everybody's trying to pull you into a different direction, learn about my new tech. And at the end of the day, I think realtors just want to focus on the business of real estate. Like they want tech to work for them. They don't want to work at tech. So what we're doing here is we're really automating the process using AI. So we're managing their social media using AI. We're creating content for them. We're giving them an AI platform so that they don't even have to be creative, do spell check, or write their own posts. Because now AI, as you know, is going to do the spell checking for you. And AI can create the hashtags for you. And AI can write the content for you. So why not leverage that so we can get back to the business of real estate, back to the relationship business? So we're solving, we call it, we're managing your stress. Right? Your stress is in technology. Well, let's get it managed by leveraging technology that makes it simple, easy to use, ready to go.
So, in coming out with Influencer, what does a real estate agent do every single day with your tool?
So with our tool, the nice thing is some agents don't have to do anything. We're literally posting for them every single day. So we're creating content, posting on all their platforms. We're connecting their Google, their Facebook, their LinkedIn, their Instagram, their YouTube. And then we're posting content every single day. And then we are posting Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts once a week for them. So now they're relevant on all the platforms and they don't have to do anything. But then I have the clients that say, hey, Alex, that's great. Or I don't necessarily want to use all your content, or I don't want to use any of your content because I'm a content creator a little bit. So then we give them this AI tool so they can go in every day. They can say, I want to write a post about Nashville or Miami or whatever. And the AI will write the entire post for them, including hashtags, emojis, graphic images, the whole 9 yards, ready to go. They can publish it instantly on all the platforms in one shot, or they can schedule it for later.
Now, this is what I want to say to real estate agents about having a tool that allows you to be consistent. I talk a lot about my son, Skylar, who has been consistent for 1 year. Because he was consistent, putting out video content, and he put an average of 2 videos out per week. He generated 1,742 leads. He earned 6 figures in 6 months. He ended the year number 4 in units sold, and I think number 8 in volume because of Instagram with no ad spend. It is the consistency that matters. And because we're overwhelmed, I think that we have to come and be honest with ourselves. What can we do? What can't we do? A lot of real estate agents use TikTok. I don't use TikTok. A lot of real estate agents use X. I left when it was Twitter. You don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to do everything. And the first thing that I want to encourage real estate agents to do, licensed real estate professionals, is to identify your target audience so that when you come over to Influencer and you look at the platform as a business owner, you get to say, okay, I'm going to post here, here, and here. And maybe I want some content over here for a different reason, right? Like I post to Pinterest. Pinterest is not my target audience, right? But it does drive traffic to my website. So you're you're leveraging artificial intelligence and being able to automate all of this content. So what is a success story that you've heard as a result of Influencer?
I'll use my friend Chris Eckert, right? Chris Eckert had been doing real estate for years and years and years. I've met him actually in Hawaii at a Keller Williams mastermind. He works out of California, though. He had just been there for the mastermind. And great in the relationship business, but have like no social media presence. So suddenly he joins our program. He starts getting consistent content. He starts listening to our trainings, and he started adding his unique touch. So now he's posting from time to time. He's doing videos, like you said, consistently. And now he's got this huge influence online. And next thing you know, he does 6 deals straight from his social media. And he's like, Alex, I would have never thought I could do that because I didn't believe in social media. Like, I just didn't think that was a thing for me because I'm not that tight, right? But by us doing it and through the training, he's like, I would get on in the morning because not only do we provide the technology and the resources and the tools, but we're giving our agents training in case they want to do it themselves. Because I think it's the best of both worlds. Like when you have the combination of consistent content going out, but then your unique hyper-local touch when you have time for it, right? That's the difference. When you have time for it, you add your personal touch to social media. In addition to consistent content going out, now you've got a winning solution, right? There's consistency and there's unique approach. And I love what you said about your target audience, because I got lucky. My target audience is my mom. My mom was a realtor. My mom hated technology. She hired me to be her digital marketing assistant back in the year 2000. I started helping her. She became successful through technology, but she didn't have to do the tech. I was doing it for her. So it's like, I just got lucky that I realized, wow, there's so many people like my mom that don't want to do the tech, but they love real estate. But if they don't leverage the tech, they miss out on all the opportunity that's there. So that's kind of how this whole thing got started.
So I took my managing broker continuing education course this week, right? 2 days sitting in the class. Now I can tell by the discussion, people don't use tech. But when we listen, right, to what's going on, we are a aging population, okay? We're one of the oldest industries, toggling anywhere from 53 to 56 with the average age, and we're a 66% female-dominated industry. With that being said, and the fact that I'm going to be double nickels this year, I'm clear that I was not born or raised with technology. I bought my first desktop computer back in the 90s. It sat in the living room, took up entirely too much space. And I remember listening to AOL, right, as the internet would dial up, and it would take a freaking 5 minutes for a page to load, right? And I could cook dinner, come back and see if the page loaded, right? And be like, oh, let me sit back down for a second. Oh, Marky, go stir. Like we were cooking meals. That's how long it took for the page to load. So we are an industry of people who people retire and come into this industry, and they are clueless. I'm going to say this right now. People coming into our industry are clueless to the amount of technology in which we are using. And so they take this pre-license course. The pre-license course does not prepare anyone to be a real estate professional. I want to be clear that I say that because, well, I passed the exam. No, baby, that is the opportunity to learn how to be a real estate professional, because the pre-license course teaches us all about consumer protection. I want you to be clear. It should be called the Real Estate Consumer Protection course, but it is not the licensed real estate professional course. So they don't know tech. They don't have a business plan. They don't know the value of social media for the purpose of lead generation, right? Are you doing anything in mindset to help us I hear you talking mastermind, so I know you're going to get it, but how are you helping us in the mindset space to know, hey, we need to do this and we need to do it consistently?
That's perfect, because that's the missing ingredient I see to a lot of technology companies is they're providing technology, but what about the training, the masterminds, the mindset? So what we do at our company is we offer training 5 days a week on a direct calendar. Every Monday, as the CEO of the company, I welcome all our new clients on a Monday welcome call, because I want to get to know everybody that's coming into the platform. I'm not going to delegate that to somebody else, because I'll use this example because it really bothered me when I experienced real estate. Sometimes we put somebody at the front desk to answer all the calls at our office, and it's the person that's the least trained person in the entire company. Is that who we really want talking to the first person that wants to sell or buy a home?
I'm going to stop you 1 second. People are not going to appreciate what I'm getting ready to say at all. It's like the new agent coming into the company and think that they should get a referral, but they're the least likely person to close the deal. I'm going to say that out there, right?
Yeah,
I don't give referrals to non-seasoned professionals because they're the least likely person to close the deal. So no, you don't put the don't know nothing about the industry to solve the problem of the person calling in. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, so it's like I'm not going to put my latest hire to welcome all my new clients on a Monday call. No, I'm going to be there. And some people are like, "You're crazy, Alex. Why do you do the Monday calls?" I'm like, they're our clients. Like, I want to get to know them and I want them to have the best experience coming into this program. So Monday we do that. Tuesday we do general questions, anything that they need on a live Zoom. Every Wednesday we train them social media, how to use it, why they should use it, how to use the AI. Every Thursday we teach them how to get more reviews, digital reputation, because that, I believe, is part of your influence, is how well you're trusted online. So I group that in social media management and reputation management. And then every Friday, I do mastermind with mindset, with new technologies, keeping them up to date. So now you have the whole picture. And yeah, I personally do the Monday and Friday calls because I'm the one keeping up on all this technology and I want our clients to be in the know. So yeah, I bring in mindset. I bring in the latest books I'm reading. I bring in things like, don't put your brand new employee on the front face. That's not a good look.
It's not a good look because they know the least, right? And real estate is a business that we learn by doing. So the more you do, right, the more you acquire in information and knowledge. So I'm elated to hear about the mindset because I was speaking with a true seasoned veteran of the industry, has been in real estate as long as I am old. And he said something to me that I never thought about. And it was the fact that we need to build the confidence of real estate agents because the more confident they are, the better they will perform. And when you get in a group of top producers, right, we think they're arrogant, but they're confident, right? And we have to build that confidence that, look, might not have a deal, but they gonna talk like they got 5 million deals, right? That means that the law of attraction is working on their behalf to attract more deals to them. But that comes with mindset. And a lot of brokerages don't provide that mindset training. So one, let me just applaud you. One, for doing your Monday call, right? But two, identifying what it is that we need as real estate agents and whether people want to work on it or not. Mindset is number one. And what I love about mindset, Alex, is no one really knows if you're working on it. Your actions, right? So I get up and I'm always working on being thankful, right? No one hears me say thank you because I'm saying thank you in my mind all day for everything. So people want to know, well, how do I get a lot of opportunities? Because I'm thankful. And you don't know if thankful or not, right? You don't know when I send thank you notes. You don't know when I'm praying. You don't know when I'm manifesting. You don't know when I'm journaling. They don't know that, right? Because a lot of that is internal work.
Yeah, 100%.
Huh.
I got up this morning at 5 a.m. Not that I get up every day at 5 a.m., but I just started this new thing. And I spend an hour on my mindset. Because, I'll tell you, in the last 5 days, just doing that has completely shifted everything. The energy I bring to every conversation, because I'm full. I've already been grateful this morning. I've already acknowledged myself this morning. And the big shift for me, and this might land with a lot of people, is I recently did a Tony Robbins Date with Destiny. And I got clear that I had been valuing success as my number one value. And I had been measuring it by how much money I make, what's my company revenue, what's my profit, what awards did I win? We all go through this, like we want to be the top producer, the GCI winner, la, la, la. And at the end of the day, I'm like, if I keep chasing those numbers, that's very unfulfilling every day. That's like, I'll never get there. It's never enough. I've got to get to that destination. And I flipped that and I was like, wow, I've been doing that. I was like, you know what? I'm successful from the moment I wake up. I'm already successful. I've got 3 beautiful kids. I live in Miami. I have a beautiful company that I serve people. I'm successful from the moment I wake up. Why not enjoy the ride?
Look, you had me at Miami, okay? But then we're going to throw the 3 kids in because the greatest joy that I'm receiving right now is from my sons. One, I started off as an unwedded mother. Skylar is a second generation realtor. He's putting up great numbers. He's happy. He's degreed. He's never been to jail, right? And I'm just elated. And then the youngest one, I keep counting, but I think now we're at 10 or 11 presidential scholarships to college. But my kids have brought me, other than, getting on your nerves and agitating you and mimicking you, right? They bring me great joy because they're putting in that work for themselves, right? So it's like, oh, okay, I see that. But when you talk about, I got my book right here, right? Jesus Calling, Practice and Thankfulness. So this is every single day, getting up and finding something to be thankful for, but allowing the law of attraction to work for us. And what real estate agents have to do, this is a business, right? Consistency is the one thing that behind mindset is number one. But if you get your mind right, you'll be more consistent. Okay. Yeah. It's the consistency. And they don't know how to leverage, this new $1,000 freaking device. But you're giving them influencer to be able to leverage that to put out content. And what I wanted to go back to, most people don't know this, but 1 second of video is equivalent to 30,000 words. If they leverage just the video that you give them and they post that and they engage on that, they're positioning themselves, okay? For a person who put out 1,000-word blog post every single day for a month, that's the equivalent. 1 second of video content. And they won't put it out. They won't share it. But you're willing to automate that process from somebody you've been in real estate now over 20 years, even helping your mom, right? That's a seasoned professional. You got Instacart. Look, you in pitch battles. You're doing all these great things to help them. What do you think is next? So what's on the horizon? Just the preppers now. One, they need to come and they need to sign up for influence if they're not doing something. And let me say this, real estate agents, you need to think of investing 10% into your business for all of your sales and marketing. So for some of us, that's a huge budget, right? And I spend about that much. 10% of my revenue goes back into marketing, but I barter and do some things. They need to look at, if they want to earn $100,000, you want to technically spend $10,000 on your tools for success. That's going to reduce your taxable income down to $90,000. $20,000. So instead of paying $30,000 in taxes, you're going to pay 27. Okay. So it gives you more bang for your buck investing in your business when it comes to the amount of taxes. And they don't get that mindset either. So when they start looking at your product, what is that price range?
Awesome. So you touched on a lot. So I'm going to try to hit them one more.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So, I mean, number one, I'm totally with you on the video. And every time I teach a class, I invite one agent in the room to come to the front of the room and share their story, why they got in real estate. And I record it for them. And I say, I just made your video. Go post that on Facebook and you will see the amount of engagement you get. And I think we're shy to post our videos on our stories, but all of us as realtors or as business owners or as human beings have a story. Why we got into this, what's our purpose? And people need to connect with that. And once you have that video, you could put that everywhere. So yeah, I agree with you. It tells so much. And I also invite all of our influencers in a closed Facebook group to share and introduce themselves. Okay? Because that leads to referrals. Now I go to the second thing you said is like marketing. We all count on referrals and word of mouth. But what if I refer you and then your friend that I referred you to looks you up and they see nothing on social media, nothing on Google reviews, nothing online. Do you think they're going to call you? They may trust your friend, but honestly, they trust Google more than they trust their friends. Right? So my mom trusts Google more than she trusts me. I love her. She loves me, but she loved Google too much. Right? So that's number two. Third thing is you said, what's for the future, right? For the future, I see is that agents can leverage AI where they have their own AI. All the information that's in their head, all the information you produced on the web should live in your own AI. We're building that right now, personalized AIs for an agent. Because the AI agent's not going to build it, but the agent would love to ask a question to its own AI so that they could answer their clients or answer their team members. Because all we do all day is answer the same questions over and over, right? But our knowledge is the key. Our individual expertise, like you said, the life course is way more valuable than the pre-license course, right?
Who you telling? And you know what? I realized I am one of the few people who did not attend pre-license school. I sat for the exam. I'm a good test taker and I passed it, right? And I thought that I knew something because I was a loan originator. But get this, I was a non-licensed loan originator because in the state of Illinois, we did not have licensing provision until 2004. So when people tell me what they can't do and how this works, let me be clear. I took care of my child for 5 years as a non-licensed loan originator because we did not have licensing provision. When I get this real estate license, I think I'm smart, right? I passed the exam, didn't even go to pre-license school, right? And I know the failure rate, okay? But it didn't teach me a damn thing about selling no real estate. And I realized that when I showed up at the Chicago Association of Realtors because I didn't have an MLS ID number. And I felt like an absolute idiot that I'm getting ready to use this license to take care of my child. And I don't even have an MLS ID number and didn't even know where to get one from, right? Right then, I started taking classes. And the first thing that I took was the ABR. So when you hear me preach about the ABR, the Accredited Buyer Representative, I preach about it because in 2004, my first full-time year selling real estate, I did $12 million in volume. I was able to take care of my child. And because I had 70 transactions, I knew a lot more about real estate because it's an industry that we learn by doing, right? And I tell people that all the time. So I have 65 real estate related licenses, designations, and certifications because I know the pre-license course didn't teach me a damn thing. And I'm responsible not for children anymore, but for leaving a legacy for my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren. And that pre-license course don't teach you how to do that.
Yes, I mean, that's what we're doing here is we're building an MBA for influencers. It's like, how do you fast track to go from invisible agent to influencer, right? Let's teach you. And you asked about pricing. It starts at $97 a month and there's no contract. It's like, if you're seeing value, because we all know how this goes, right? Like we used to sign up for gym memberships. It'd be impossible to cancel. I don't want you to sign up for an annual thing, get stuck in it and go, I don't want to be here anymore. So you like the course, you like the training, you like the content, great. You keep on paying monthly. That means we're doing our job And you're doing your job too. But you don't like it, you're not doing your job, we're not doing our job, great, let's part ways. So we just do 97 a month, no contract, no commitment. Give it a go. Come. Just the training alone, like just my Friday class, I think is worth the whole enchilada. But in addition to that, you're getting the content and the posting and additional resources and training. So yeah, it's.
And let me say this. The $97 a month puts them at $1,200 a year. They should anticipate that they make at least $12,000 per year, right, off of their $1,200 tool. But if they leverage that tool and they implement some of the strategies you teach on Friday, then they should be able to get this, take a $1,200 tool and turn it into a six-figure income.
Yep.
That will be the highest return on investment that they could ever want from a tool in their business. This is no free ride, and you have to invest in your business. So, Alex, where do people come to sign up for Influencer? What's the link? How do they connect with you? What do they do?
So yeah, I can provide them some free guidebooks, complimentary guidebooks on all of their digital presence. All they got to do is text RG for Real Greater, RG, to 516-400-4161. So that's RG to 516-400-4161. We'll send them some complimentary guidebooks. They can ask for more information, or they can go to our website, realestateinfluencers.ai.
Say that again.
realestateinfluencers.ai.
Okay, realestateinfluencers.ai. Let me say this because I know they don't know this. When you look at your URLs, your top level domains, .ai is from Antigua, right? That means that none of those URLs are cheap because they have to pay them first for the .ai. So getting .ais is more expensive than a .com or a .org and it brought so much revenue to the island that first year it increased substantially once ChatGPT came out. Thought I would throw that out there. Your .ais is more expensive because I want to say the first $39 or $49 goes directly to Antigua.
Yeah, GoDaddy charges like $59 a year for that now.
Yeah, exactly, because they get their money off of that top, right? So I'm proud of them to be able to have generated additional revenue. You know what, Alex? I know that I'm going to see you out here in these real estate streets at a conference, at an event. We often show up at the same place at the same time. But I want to thank you for taking time out of your morning to consistently pour into real estate agents. And because it's a Friday, I know, look, there's real estate agents going to learn something new today when they come into your mastermind. So thank you for your time, energy, and resources.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.